Today is day 8, and my name is Jenna Apgar. Of course, you probably already know that at this point. And today we're going to start backtracking a little. I want you to continue using the Facebook skills and the LinkedIn skills to continue driving traffic to your landing page, to ultimately, hopefully, to your thank you page, and hopefully that free content that we've built out is starting to do well, and you're going to start getting feedback on what people think about that free content to see if they're consuming it and those sorts of things. Today though, I want to kind of backtrack a little bit before you build out your paid content or before you even lay it out, because I want to make sure some critical foundational elements, really the difference between the people who make money and move forward and the people who stumble and they're like, oh, this stuff doesn't work, because they don't understand these critical foundational elements. Today I'm going to be talking about a client avatar. You might also hear it as a client persona. These are different things that really target in on the specific, remember our goals are SMART, this is the same thing with our client avatar. I don't want it to be single moms between the age of 20 and 40 living in the United States. I want you to actually pick a client avatar that's a person. If you have an ideal client that you already have and you'd like more of those people, or if you need to find someone and literally call them, take them out to lunch, buy them Starbucks, call them on the phone, give them a $25 gift card to Amazon in return for their time. If you can actually talk to this person, that would be best. If you've already been this person before, maybe prior to learning search engine optimization and diving into it for 3 years, maybe you were this person. I want you to actually pick a person. So you have a checklist, a worksheet rather. I want you to actually take someone's picture and stamp it on there. If you're doing it on the computer, import someone's image on there so that when you're thinking of this person, that you're actually thinking about a person's face, that you're actually thinking about a person you could have a conversation with, so that in the future when we are writing copy and we are building our membership site, we can be thinking of, in our mind, of that actual person, and we can write copy and we can build a membership that has the right conversation at the right time with this person. So a lot of people might balk and they're like, but I'm talking to more than one people. I don't want to just talk to Bob. But you're not. Bob is replicatable. Bob thinks he's unique. He's not unique. I want you to understand that there are a million Bobs out there. Maybe there's 1,000 Bobs out there. On our very second day, we went over research. This is what we covered. But there's enough Bobs out there that exist that you can sell your membership to. So put Bob's picture there so you can think about him. If you can call Bob, remember, let's call Bob. All right? Some of the basics I want to know in detail. Remember, I don't want generalities. I don't want, oh, they live in Dallas. I want you to be hyper specific. I want to know their name. I want to know Bob Smith. I want to know that he's 34, that he likes donuts. I want to know his marital status. Is he married? Is he single? Is he divorced? Does he have kids? If he has kids, how old? How young? What are they doing? I want to know exactly a location. You can narrow this down even more specifically. Maybe like Dallas is a big city, New York, big city, London, big city. I want to know that they're in specifically the uptown area of Dallas. As much information as humanly possible. Are they in a good neighborhood, a bad neighborhood? What are their favorite quotes that they live by, that they say all the time? We have one member who's constantly quoting Seinfeld and different things from those episodes. I want to know their job, their industry, their specific title. Remember, on LinkedIn, we can search for these things. So the more information you know about Bob here, we can start doing a better targeting campaigns on LinkedIn, on Facebook, Twitter, Google Ads. All of these become hyper-specific and targeted. I want you to know their income, their education, anything you can know about Bob, okay? The second aspect and the block on your worksheet is going to be goals and values. What are their ultimate goals? Not just the goals with your product or service, your membership, but also their overall goals in life. So I've sat down and talked with someone for a client before, and their ultimate goal was just to have enough money for retirement. Learning that he was a police officer at a specific municipality in California, but they went bankrupt and he lost all of his retirement pension. So he was working to recoup that pension and the money that he lost. So his ultimate goal is just a lot of money to retire. Money is typically a big goal, more time with your family, health. These are big goals that people care about. And list their goals as they apply to your product or service as well. So I want to know their big goals, but I also want to know their goals specific to your membership site, your service, your ultimate product, because these exact words are going to be what helps you call them out on your landing pages and your sales pages. And I want you to understand too their values. Again, values as they apply in life, and also maybe values as apply specifically to your membership and ultimate product or services. This matters because if somebody, your ideal client, is very big on integrity and honesty, you're going to make sure that you use these words in the copy. Maybe you start to see values as, a common value that I see a lot in marketing is I don't want to be that annoying sales guy. I want to be someone who constantly brings real value to my clients. And those are the clients we actively seek out, right? But if that's one of the values that I know my clients have, I know that I can specifically add up to the value, to the value proposition, to the bullet points, to the copy, and I can also build my site around that. Because if I know that they don't want to be salesy, that they don't want to sound like a used car salesman, I'm not going to present any information in my membership site that's going to be slick and salesy. The third section is going to be sources of information. And again, this kind of comes back to targeting, advertising awareness, and it's really important. It seems really dumb sometimes, but you want to know what they're doing. I mean, on Facebook ads, I can advertise to people who like peanut butter and jelly. And if by chance my target market loves peanut butter and jelly, and this might be specific to, in a way to call out their age, if something was unique to a certain time frame, this is stuff I can do. I want to know the books they read, the magazines they read, the blogs they read, the websites they visit, conferences they attend, gurus, and any other, if they get their information from old Aunt Susie, I want to know that information too, that they are big friends and family. This is critical in advertising. This is critical in building that ultimate brand and that recognition. I'm finding a lot, there are certain demographics that read a lot of books, and there are a lot of demographics that read no books, or they're all fiction. The same things with magazines, I find kind of going towards the wayside. Blogs and websites, I've talked to people who only are on Facebook, and they get all their news from the links that are posted. They couldn't tell you which websites they go to. They go to Facebook, and they end up somewhere. Conferences, these can be hyper-specific. If you are targeting veterinarians, there are conferences that are only specific to veterinarians, and they have both national ones, global ones, and area-specific ones. We have gurus, so if a lot of the information that you're seeing is Ryan Deiss from Digital Marketer and his team there. So if I'm targeting a specific business owner that is a DM Lab member, which is their big core group, if I know that's their guru, I can start specifically targeting people on Facebook and LinkedIn that follow the people associated with Digital Marketer. I can start searching terms and being groups that they're in. And then, of course, other. I found like plumbers are a great example for clients of ours where a lot of people don't even turn to Google. They don't turn to traditional advertising sources for plumbing jobs. They're actually just going into Facebook groups. They're private messaging their neighbors or asking the people at work. You need to know what those sources or information are so that you can start infiltrating and building out funnels that include sources of information. Number 4, we're looking at challenges and pain points. Now we're starting to get really targeted. So challenges are going to be, what are those hurdles to accomplishing something? So if somebody's looking to improve their search engine optimization, under the current search engine optimization methods, a big one is writing authority, long-form content on your website. The challenge there is I just don't have time. Time is always going to be a very big challenge. Money is a big challenge. It could be getting authorization. So for bigger organizations that have bureaucracy and red tape. So this pain point can be very literal. It can be figurative. It can even be imagined. So think about a pain point. If you're in the health and wellness, the fitness areas, it could be a literal back pain. Something that somebody is actively feeling deeply right at this moment, and they need to solve that pain. If we're looking at a business owner, they might be struggling to pay their mortgage, struggling to take care of their kids, send their kids to college. The pain point could be more technical, like their profit loss statement is not in the green each month. whatever their pain point is, the thing that is going to make them reach out and find you, that you want to be findable, searchable for, this is that pain point. How are they drowning right now? What is making them search out a resource to solve a specific problem? The fifth section is going to be objections and roles. So these objections are going to be literal objections to your membership site. Price is always a big one, kind of back to the challenges. Time is a big one. Bureaucracy can be a big one. What is the exact wording, though? This is very important. I want the exact wording that your client sees as an objection. Go through and, you've put together this little mini course. What are even the objections to that section? Like when you say so comment on LinkedIn when we send a connection request, we'll give the link to the landing page, to the information, to that engage stage. If they don't sign up, if I don't see that they signed up, I'll come back 7 days later and say, hey, did you get a chance to check it out? What did you think? And sometimes, they're like, oh, I haven't really I had this, time commitment, I'm traveling. Sometimes they'll actually physically go look at it at that point, and they'll be like, oh, you know what, I just really don't think it's for me. That looks like a level 101, and we do this all day. I need something a little bit more high end. So you can start seeing those objections right up front, and we can start handling those going forward when we build our future landing pages, our future sales pages, thank you pages. We know these objections, can solve them and answer them right up front. Objections are good because now you know what to solve and figure out. And then our role in the decision-making process. Kind of think back to that CIO. I know for that particular client that he has to reach out to the CIO. That is the person that is the gatekeeper for him to even come into the company and start auditing it. However, once they audit it, then to actually cut a check, they need the CEO and the CFO, and they need to know that CIO needs to ensure that he's not going to be fired because the CEO and the CFO think that he's not doing his job. So I need to know that role. He is the gatekeeper. There's often going to be a gatekeeper, and he is one of the decision makers. You have to go through him. But ultimately, we also know that there's a CEO and a CFO. I need to know all the roles that come to purchasing your membership and ultimately your product or service. Who are you reaching? Realtor might only be talking to the wife on a regular basis, being homes with the wife, but the husband at the end also has to be a key decision maker as well. So go through here, and I want you to fill this out. Again, if you can call somebody and call 3 people and do an interview, it is worth a $25 gift card, which is usually all I have to offer somebody. If you start getting into more like CEOs, you have to offer a little bit more. But I found on LinkedIn I can reach out to anybody, offer them $25 to hop on the phone for me for 20 minutes, and they do it, and some calls go to an hour and a half. Get them on the phone and ask them these things. Ask them why they did that. Why do they like this particular product or service over there? If you have a competitor in the space, ask them, have they tried it? Have they heard of it? Why they bought it? If they did buy it, how was it? Why do they like it? Why are they there? Why did they leave? Ask as many questions as they'll let you get away with, and take copious notes. Record the conversation if possible. This is where Zoom conference is outstanding. This is a critical element. Do not skip this step because the sales funnel seems cooler or the content seems so much more sexy. If you don't take your niche and truly understand your client avatar moving forward, our bullet points aren't going to be as good enough. Our sales pages aren't going to be good enough. This is really the key between win, lose, and fail miserably. This is where the winners are created, the ability to hyper understand your specific client avatar so we can move forward and have a real human-to-human conversation. So again, this is day 8. If you have any questions about the client avatar, break out your worksheets, get this filled out, and share any problems you have in the Kyvio School for the Gifted Entrepreneur, and share your client avatar too, whether you have to take a picture of it or you do it on a PDF and do it online. Take a snapshot and share it so we can all take a look at it, see if you're going in the right direction, see if you have it detailed enough. Be as specific and detailed as possible. This document is the sole foundation for every single day hereafter. So call me out at Jenna Apgar, call out Neil, and let's get this client avatar honed down hyper specifically so we can move forward and make some money off of our membership. Thanks and have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.